So I'm not going to engage you right now.
You don't have to engage.
To come up and
you don't have to engage. Are you? Do you guys have a beatdown squad here?
We sure do, tons of them.
Another day, another session of us just waiting for the deposition of one of the most infamous state troopers of all time, Brian Fahey. This is Post-Edit Recognizing Our Rights here to let you know that, yeah, we got an update from Brian Fahey. And it is not pretty, let me tell you. Recently, Sean was unlawfully arrested after Brian Fahey threatened his life, spat in his face, and even framed him of threatening Fahey's life, which obviously never happened. Do not worry, everybody. We'll be highlighting this very, very shortly. But for now, let's get back onto today's video, because I am just not mentally prepared yet to highlight this egregious encounter that he had. So much so that calling it egregious would be an understatement. So recently, Long Island Audit decided to pay a visit to the Elmira Correctional Facility in New York. This is in reference to the murder of Robert Brooks, a situation in which more than a dozen correctional officers were involved in, along with a couple of nurses and sergeants. 10 of them were charged with first-degree murder, and one of them pled guilty. This is important to keep in mind because this is what's brought up a couple of times throughout this video. And although this murder didn't take place in the Elmira Correctional Facility in particular, Sean has gotten anonymous reports from the workers inside of that place that they have beatdown squads. I want you to put a pin on this factor for later in this video. Which brings us to why he's here. Do these correctional guards decide to respect this man's rights? Why don't we take a look and find out for ourselves just how unprofessional they get. We sincerely hope you all enjoy.
Alright, if you don't leave, the state troopers are gonna come here.
Okay. The state troopers who swore an oath to uphold my constitutional rights and statutory rights, those state troopers?
Yes.
Yeah, that's fine.
So,
I have no issue with
you guys
that.
go and step right in here. What's your name, man?
Hey, Sergeant. You came off pretty aggressive. I'd rather not give any of my personal information. You
I came off aggressive?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh.
That's how I feel anyway.
Oh, I'm just curious what you're doing.
Right. Well, no, you weren't. You were barking orders at me like I'm an inmate of this facility.
No, you do have to leave state property.
I don't.
Yes, you do.
I don't. I have a statutory right to be here. Okay. Did you participate in the illegal strikes, Sergeant? Did you? You know, protesting working conditions or whatever.
How are we doing?
Hey, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good.
What can I do for you?
I'm just working on a story on the Elmira Correctional Facility. Are you a supervisor?
Yeah, I'm a lieutenant, yep.
Lieutenant, and your name?
Lieutenant Chapman.
Lieutenant Chapman.
What's your name?
And your name is?
What was your name?
I didn't give it, sir. I didn't give it.
I need your name.
No, I'm not going to give it, sir.
I do need your name. The troopers have been called.
The troopers?
You can't record right now.
Right, the troopers that swore an oath to uphold my rights.
So where did you park at? Where did you park at?
Who says I parked anywhere?
Well, how'd you get here?
I could have parachuted in.
You could have parachuted in?
Right, I mean, could have walked here.
Could have done a lot of things, right?
Right.
Okay, so I'm going to read this to you, so just be patient. I don't read so well. I've only got a high school education, but it is what it is. You're permitted to record law enforcement activity. However, this property is owned by the department, is considered part of the correctional facility, and falls under the authority and jurisdiction of the commissioner pursuant to Correction Law 112. I'm sure you've heard this all before. He's empowered to exercise superintendent's management and control over all department correctional facilities, and for safety and security reasons, he has promulgated the restriction against the videotaping and photographing of docks facility property. You are permitted to continue recording officers acting within their official capacity. However, to ensure the safety and security of the facility, please change the angle of your recording to ensure no docks facilities are viewable in your recording. If you continue to record docks facility property, the state police will be called. So I'm giving you the opportunity to turn it off right now.
I think you did a great job reading that.
Thank you.
I've heard a lot worse. You know, usually promulgate gets a lot of people. Yeah, so exactly. I'm engaged. I'm recording correctional officers in the course of their duty, which is a statutory right here in New York State, as well as a constitutionally protected activity.
So I'm not going to engage you right now.
You don't have to engage.
To come up and
you don't have to engage. Are you? Do you guys have a beatdown squad here?
We sure do. Tons of them.
Tons of beatdown squads.
Yeah. Tons of them.
Okay.
Listen, my man, I'm not even.
What about-
I'm not even gonna
were you part of the
entertain, man.
illegal-
Nobody beats anybody up.
Oh, you just did.
Nobody
you
beats
just said
anybody
yeah.
up. Stop it.
Oh,
Stop
nobody
it.
beats anybody up. That's why there's numerous
All right, so
reports
I'm just gonna
of
leave
beatings
right now.
here.
The troopers will
That's
be
why
here.
there's numerous reports of
Nobody
people being
beats anybody
beaten
up.
here.
We're all professionals in this profession.
Lack of medical attention.
We are.
You're all
Have a nice
professionals,
day.
right?
Have a nice day.
Okay, so obviously it's typical that these correctional guards would choose to call the state police on this man for recording in that building, even though he's standing right where it's publicly accessible. So we're not going to delve too much into that in particular. What we are going to talk about, however, are two things that really make this interaction unique. Remember in the beginning of the video when I stated that Long Island Audit had anonymous sources from this direct prison that they have beatdown squads? Obviously, I don't know how substantiated these claims are. I don't know whether or not this is true. But whether or not these claims were actually valid, I don't think it was a very good idea for this correctional employee to say that they even do have beatdown squadrons, even if he was being sarcastic. Like seriously, you're on camera and have the potential to be seen all over the planet, and that's how you conduct yourself? You know what, I can't even be surprised considering the atrocities that cops in general have committed when they're being filmed. Now another thing that's brought up in this video is a thing in New York called the Right to Monitor Act. According to various different sources, including nyassembly.gov, nysenate.gov, etc., they all say the same thing, that it gives New Yorkers the right to film the police in the course of their duties. Now, although these correctional officers are not real cops with arresting powers, this is still considered a public building even if it is a non-public forum, because the forum doctrine, like I've said before, does not apply to recording peacefully and silently. Therefore, Sean is very much able to do this. But then we get to the part where I foreshadowed in the beginning, tyranny and corruption from the New York State Police, topped with a whole heaping pile of ignorance.
You guys have like this campus or whatever. I was walking around filming. So you guys cleaning your boots. It was pretty cool.
Sean,
Hey, sir.
Talk to my supervisor.
Yeah.
Because this is state-owned property, they want you to leave. You have to leave. This is the last warning, or you're getting arrested.
Okay. For what? For what crime?
Trespassing.
Okay.
State property.
All right. No problem. I'll take it up in court. That's not a problem.
So you're leaving?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Leave the
Well, I'm not. You just said that if I don't
Yeah.
leave, I'm going to be arrested, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I'll have my lawyer handle it from here. That's
Okay.
fine.
Perfect.
Who was the supervisor you spoke to?
Sergeant Innes.
Sergeant Innes?
Yes, sir.
What troop?
State Police Horseheads, Troop E.
Okay. Perfect. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Now, as shocking as some of this may seem to you guys, I actually don't blame these rookie cops. At least I think they're rookie cops. They do look relatively young and inexperienced as police officers. They were just doing what they thought was right and tried to maintain a professional tone the entire time. And one of them even went out of his way to verify with his supervisor whether or not Sean could be trespassed from public property. Or, excuse me, state-owned property. Really, in that situation right there, I blame the supervisor, so-called, what did he say? It sounded like he called him Sergeant or Lieutenant Ass. Am I the only one who heard that? Whatever. But we all know what's going to happen. There's a 99.9% chance that Sean is going to file a lawsuit. And if he's able to take a city as big as New York City to court and win, then I think he has a very good chance in this situation as well. At least those are my thoughts on this. What are all of yours? We'd love for you to share with us in the comments down below. And not only that, but if you haven't done so already somehow, please make sure you go subscribe to Long Island Audit, stay tuned for any updates to this upcoming lawsuit he may file, as well as staying tuned for the deposition of the tyrant that is Brian Fahey, and let him know that recognizing our rights said hello. Not only that, everybody, but Sean himself, along with the man behind Lackluster, have come up with something that allows you to have an attorney on speed dial, as well as allow you to record your police interactions with nobody being able to stop you or delete your footage. Because whenever you have to deal with the police during a traffic stop or at your home front, you need an attorney at your side at all times. This is where the one-of-a-kind app Attorney Shield comes in the description, the pinned comment, or the QR code on screen. With whatever plan you decide on, you could also use our promo code of ROR1776 so that you could have your first purchase 10% off. All that being said, thank you once again for tuning in, and we sincerely hope you enjoyed this one. as much as you could with rights being violated, but still. No matter the case, make sure to leave us a comment down below, like this video, and subscribe to the channel for more like this. And never stop loving the good old Constitution.